To the economy, growing a measly 0.5% for the year in the first quarter of this year. Yet President Obama calls the Reagan recovery, which was really strong, he says that is a myth. With us now, syndicated talk show host Leslie Marshall. Leslie, I'm frankly outraged at this. Our economy right now is sliding towards what some people think is a recession. We've never got better than 2.5% growth throughout the entire Obama administration. And yet this president, President Obama, is trashing the economic record of Ronald Reagan, who produced massive gains in GDP each and every year of his presidency. Whose side are you on this one, Leslie?
Well, I'm definitely, this is not about presidents, and I don't even think this should totally be about parties. First of all, I think left or right, just blaming another party and not looking at the reality, which anybody can Google. And the reality is, as you know, there are many factors, global factors, which play into this. But there's also another reality. I disagree with you that we're headed for disaster. This is gloom and doom. I think it's going to turn around in second quarter. I think this is temporary. And I'm not an economist, but that's what top economists say. This isn't far off the predictions. And quite frankly, although in the Reagan years, the first four were strong, that wasn't necessarily the case in the latter part of his presidency. And I didn't take the president trashing former President Reagan as much as the party for not investing in infrastructure and working with Democrats to do that, to help create jobs and strengthen our economy, and to support raising the minimum wage.
I don't like charts, but I'm going to use this one. President Reagan walked into the White House in January of 1981. The growth rate in that year was 2%. In 82, the recession really hit, and we were down 1.9%. That was a recession. But then, when the tax cuts kicked in, we got 4% growth, then 7% growth, 4%, 3, 4. That's the record of the 1980s. That is the record of cutting taxes, helping private enterprise, not government, private enterprise, and that's what happened. And this president, President Obama, coming off a lousy 7 years of 2% growth and a declining economy as we fade out into as his term ends, he's saying that Ronald Reagan, he's trashed that record. That's a disgrace.
I don't have a chart. I'd love to see the chart for the Clinton years, former President Bill Clinton.
I'm not interested.
And in addition to that, Stuart,
Ronald Reagan. He says that the tax cuts
I don't feel he's trashing
that.
Ronald Reagan. I don't feel he's trashing Ronald Reagan. I simply think, as we know historically, the Democrats and Republicans have two very different ideas on how an economy can be robust. We have seen successes and failures in both Democratic and Republican presidencies. I don't feel that when this president stepped into an economy that was in a recession, had an unemployment rate almost double what it is right now, didn't have any job growth, and we have seen sustained month after month after month of job growth due to, I think, a lot of the policies that the president proposed and put forth, and Democrats working with Republicans on that in the past. I don't think that's a failure of President Obama. I think it's a success, quite frankly, when we've lowered unemployment
we have
and
a difference
created
of opinion
jobs
on that. Listen to this.
And have a temporary,
this is what Josh Earnest, the White House press secretary, this is Josh Earnest. This is what he had to say about weak economic growth. Roll that tape.
There is no denying that there are a wide variety of economic indicators that would be stronger if Republicans in Congress had seized the initiative 3 or 4 years ago and made critical investments in our infrastructure.
20 seconds. Is the Republicans' fault? Really?
I just said earlier, it's not all the Republicans' fault, but we do have to look at the facts. And the facts are that people are earning right now in 2016 what they were back in 1997. We still have people that can't live on a minimum wage. So how do you expect them to invest as consumers in an economy if they don't have the extra funds to do so because they don't have enough money, as costs have risen, but the wages have not?
Okay, Leslie. Hillary Clinton, she sent out a campaign email offering women an actual woman card. Leslie, that is identity politics. Give me 30 seconds on that.
I ordered mine this morning. I am a woman. That is part of my identity. And quite frankly, politics is about identity. Why do we have approval ratings? Who do we trust? Who do we like? And quite frankly, Donald Trump hit this ball over the net Hillary Clinton, I think, and her campaign were brilliant in how they received that ball and smacked it back. She's doing better with women. She will do even better with women, I predict, in November, as being one woman that will vote for her right here. And Donald Trump's numbers not only are worse than hers approval-wise, but certainly with women. Just look at the exit polls from the latest primaries.
Okay, Leslie, it was a good debate, and we're going to have it a lot more as we roll on to November. Enjoyed it. Thanks so much, Leslie Marshall.
You.